From the revelation of concealed pirate wealth suggested by the discovery of a Spanish copper coin from the 17th century to the discovery of gold traces nearly 9 seasons later, the following are the most shocking moments from Oak Island Brothers. First, the Moretti copper coin in the Season 1 finale titled, "Find Metal Detection Expert." During his exploration of the swamp on Oak Island, Steve Zellick fortuitously encountered a coin bearing the inscription 8. Upon closer inspection, this ostensibly inconsequential find became highly consequential in the Season 2 premiere entitled Once and Forever. Upon closer inspection, it was disclosed that the coin in question was a Spanish 8 Morav 8s copper coin, which probably originated in the 17th century. To add to the intrigue, the discovery of the year 1652 engraved on its reverse further solidified the discovery. Subsequently, we shall examine a coin and a military button from the 17th century featured in Episode 2 of The Curse of Oak Island, entitled Return to the Money Pit. In this episode, treasure hunter Gary Drayton not only made 2 noteworthy discoveries, but also struck gold. His initial find while metal detecting near the shoreline was particularly intriguing. Drayton et al. Unearthed a button from a military officer's uniform from the 17th century. However, they were unable to definitively determine which military the button belonged to. This finding added an additional dimension of intrigue to the Oak Island mystery, implying a possible historical association with a military presence on the island. It prompted us to speculate whether the military was involved in the concealed secrets beneath the surface, although the revelations did not extend that far. Drayton and his team proceeded to a nearby wooded area where they made their second discovery of the day, a small coin which bears resemblance to the Morava discovered in the previous season's finale during the 17th century. However, there was a twist. It was noticeably smaller, possibly signifying 2 Maves rather than the larger 8. Oh, they are different, aren't they? They almost appear to be a Templar cross. These coins may have been small, but their significance was enormous, they hinted. One of the coins found strewn across the shoreline bore the inscription 1771, which unequivocally established its age. Immediately, the inquiry that captured cartwheel 2 pence. Drayton uses his metal detector to focus on a signal, which Rick Lagena uses as a guide to find and unearth a jeweled brooch. Leaded glass was used to make the gem, and gold was utilized to make the other parts of the jewelry. This archaeological gem was uncovered thanks to the use of ground-penetrating radar. It was initially thought to be a crossbow bolt, but an authority on antiquities has speculated that it might have been a javelin, a weapon used by the Romans more than 2,000 years ago. The team finds a metal object in the 2nd episode of the 9th season that appears to be the object they have been looking for since the beginning of the show. Further inspection reveals that only a small fraction of the object is truly made of gold. Through each season, the show explores the exploits of full-time treasure hunters, and the secrets surrounding Oak Island only grow more complicated. For historical research, their findings made with metal detectors open up previously imagined doors, but you can get the same results with your own gear. Always make careful to get permission before searching for anything on someone else's property or on open space. It is widely acknowledged that the discovery of the island's money pit marked the beginning of the history of treasure hunting on Oak Island. The pit, often known as the money pit, is a human-made hole that is frequently assumed to be the location of the lost treasures. The story goes that in 1795, while on an adventure on the island, a group of boys around the age of 13 discovered a dip in the earth. They began digging since they believed it to be activated. All was as follows. Where on earth did these coins from the 17th century originate? Were they accidentally dropped during the pursuit of the fabled buried treasure, or could they represent something more peculiar? As we continue, let us discuss the Knights Templar coin from Season 2, Episode 5, entitled The 90th Stone, which stands out as one of those moments that left a lasting impression. A few episodes earlier, Gary Drayton and his team discovered an object that was not at all ordinary. Treasure hunter and diver Tony Sampson noticed an extraordinary cross design on one side of the coin. This cross had the distinct appearance of a Knights Templar cross. Before we continue, let's discuss why this is so perplexing. The Knights Templar were a powerful and secretive medieval order renowned for their what initially seemed like a small Spanish Morav coin turned out to be a potential link to a vast Knights Templar fortune that could be hidden somewhere on Oak Island. The idea that this island could hold the key to a legendary Templar treasure drove fans and treasure hunters alike captivated. Now let's shift our attention to the grape shot ammunition and horseshoe in Season 5, Episode 8, titled Dan's Breakthrough. It was one of those moments that added more pieces to the puzzle and kept viewers captivated. So, the Lagena brothers and Gary Drayton, never ones to give up, decided to return to Lot 16 near the area where they had previously found 2 English coins in an earlier Season 5 episode, Obstruction. They were on a mission to continue their treasure hunt, and boy did they make some fascinating discoveries. First, they came across a small horseshoe fragment, suggesting it might have been made for a mule or a pony. This was a clue that hinted at the possibility of some kind of activity involving animals in the past on Oak Island. But then things took a more dramatic turn. The trio stumbled upon a piece of ammunition known as grape shot. Grape shot was essentially a significant ship find alters everything. The Curse of Oak Island's 8th season centers on the discovery of a significant ship that could change the course of the inquiry completely. The gang discovers a polished piece of wood that resembles a handrail, which prompts them to surmise that it was once a section of a ship's railing that was attached to the surrounding stone road. This finding adds to the body of data that suggests the wetland once served as an open seaport. However, a large object is impeding their efforts and keeping them from going any further. The gang remains unwavering in their resolve to explore the marsh and learn what lies beneath its surface despite this obstacle. Despite the fact that a significant ship finding has completely changed everything. One of the objects that the crew discovers is a polished piece of wood that resembles a railing. They believe it to be a fragment of a ship's railing, and that it is attached to the surrounding stone path. This would provide as another evidence that the marsh formerly served as an open harbor. They encounter a large item, though, which prohibits them from exploring further and learning more. They won't stop looking until they find what's hidden there, since the group is certain that the swamp holds the knowledge they require. During the 8th season of The Curse of Oak Island, a significant shipwreck is discovered and made public. The group finds a significant relic that has the power to change the direction their search will take, which throws everything into confusion. The find raises questions about the ship's history and purpose, while also giving the members new causes for optimism and excitement. The group is more motivated than ever to carry out their inquiry and uncover new clues that could ultimately unveil the secrets of Oak Island as the mystery grows more baffling. A number of shipping logs were found by the brothers, providing proof that an armada of French soldiers reached Oak Island in 1746. The Duc d'Anville expedition, which was sent from France with the goal of retaking Louisbourg, may have been the source of the artifacts. One of the most thrilling metal detector discoveries on the show happened in the 1st season. Steve Zazulik discovered a copper coin of the Spanish 8 denomination. The object was probably moved there at some point in the 17th century. During the 2nd season of The Curse of Oak Island, metal detecting helped uncover more old coins. Gary Drayton found 2 Britannia coins from King Charles II's reign while walking along the shore. Genuine game changer, and it filled the audience with anticipation. Gary Drayton and Rick Lagina are on Oak Island near the residence of Daniel McGinnis, one of the earliest treasure hunters from the 1700s. Using his dependable metal detector, Gary Drayton receives a promising signal. As their anticipation grows, they begin digging, and lo and behold, a jeweled brooch. This was their 2nd such find, following a garnet brooch they discovered in the previous season. Seeing red, the excitement continued in the 6th episode of the following. According to Luthen Brain, the brooch's threaded technique estimated its age to be no later than the 14th century, notwithstanding the glass gem. It was a remarkable jewelry item with a lengthy and enigmatic past. However, the real revelation came when Dr. Krista Bro and Dr. Xiang Yang, employing an electron microscope, identified a gold component within the brooch. This revelation was a genuine epiphany, whereas the gem itself may have been a little bit disappointing. The brooch that was encircling it was discovered to be an authentic treasure of Oak Island artifact. Next on the list is the hand-painted pottery featured in episode 14 of season 8, titled Fire in the Hole. This particular discovery captivated viewers intently, as it offered a glimpse into the enigmatic workings of Oak Island. To provide a brief synopsis, archaeologists Miriam Amiro and Dr. Aaron Taylor embark on an expedition to decipher the parameters of a stone pathway that potentially holds the key to unlocking the island's secrets. As their investigation progresses, they fortuitously encounter a remarkable handcrafted artifact. Upon further inspection, they discover pottery fragments adorned with vibrantly colored designs, painted by hand in red, blue, and green hues. These exquisite fragments provide insight into a long history of human activity on Oak Island, a mysterious location shrouded in mystery for centuries. What makes the discovery of these colorful pottery pieces along the stone pathway that the team is laboriously attempting to investigate even more intriguing is that they were not found as isolated finds. Rather, that may be concealed beneath its surface. The recent discovery of a medieval crossbow bolt on Oak Island has spurred speculation that the Knights Templar may be involved. This enigmatic society was active during the time of the Crusades. It was renowned for its mysterious customs and the rumors about its riches that circulated. The discovery of the crossbow bolt adds another layer of enigma to Oak Island's lengthy and illustrious past, which was already fraught with enigma to begin with. In the past, it is conceivable that the Knights Templar traveled to, or even resided on the island. The discovery that the bolt dates to the 13th century enhances the historical significance of the object and situates it within the larger context of the island's history. This discovery adds to the growing body of evidence, suggesting that Oak Island was the site of a significant event in the island's past. The discovery of Nolan's Cross on Oak Island has also sparked widespread speculation regarding the possible role of the Knights Templar in the annals of the island. However, additional research is necessary to fully comprehend the effects of these discoveries. This occurrence serves as a cautionary reminder to approach stories of unexpected discoveries with a skeptical mindset. There are many variables that can affect the veracity and dependability of such stories, but it is possible to stumble upon something genuinely exceptional. It may be challenging to determine the veracity of these reports because they could be the result of anything from pranks and misunderstandings to blatant fabrications. As more of the money pit was excavated, a complex network of tunnels and passages, as well as numerous artifacts and intriguing objects, were uncovered. Since then, a large number of daring explorers have traveled to the location in the hopes of unearthing the legendary treasures that are said to be buried there, thereby putting an end to the mystery encircling the location. Despite the numerous expeditions and excavations that have been conducted, the money pit remains a tantalizing enigma that entices the daring and the curious to uncover its secrets. This ancient tale recounts a story of daring deeds, treacherous plots, and the pursuit of wealth beyond one's wildest ambitions. Recently, the Lagena brothers and their crew discovered an incredible discovery while metal detecting on Money Pit Island. The discovery of a keyhole in the shape of an intricate floral design raises the prospect that it belonged to one of Captain James Anderson's 3 missing treasure chests. The discovery of this keyhole has added a new element of mystery to the Oak Island legend, and it has piqued our interest in the location of the island's fabled buried treasure. With each new discovery, the mystery surrounding Oak Island deepens, heightening our sense of wonder and awe in relation to this intriguing historical site. In the late 1800s,